superstars. Hey, this is Wesley Virgin here. Hey, welcome to another Millionaire Midnight Rant. And I think in Houston, Texas, CST time, it's midnight. However, I'm in Milan, so it's 7:18 in the morning here, and I'm feeling absolutely blessed. I'm feeling absolutely just inspired to be able to talk to you this morning. So go ahead and comment your names here below. Let me give you a shout out here. And also shout out to all the brand new overnight millionaire students, the members around the world who've decided to trust me, to guide them, to help them realize that your mind is much powerful than you've been taught, that your abilities and your capabilities of what you've learned in the past 10 or 20 or 30 years is much more than you can ever imagine. I'm here to open that part of your mind to help you become aware of your power, okay? To understand there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't manifest once you understand how the mind works and understand the faculties of your mind, okay? So this morning here, I'm in my hotel room. That's why it's dark. It's early, and we're getting ready to fly to Paris here in a few hours. But I had to go live with you because I want to talk to you about how I made $100,000 a day, every day, only using my mind, okay? And I'm going to give you some very easy, practical things to do that. And I know some of you, when you think about $100,000 a day, you're like, oh, my God, Wes, I don't even make that per year. I don't make that in 3 years, in 5 years. And I understand that. But I want to give you the systematic process that I personally took my mind through to be able to do this with ease, honestly. And I don't mean to be braggadocious, but to make $100,000 a day is not even that challenging anymore. Honestly, my goal now is $1 million a day profit, which we are moving very rapidly towards doing that. I'm kind of grateful and excited to do it, and I'm excited to share with you here on this live here. So go ahead and hit the share and like button. Go ahead and comment your names below here. And this is really for anyone that's looking to increase their financial revenue per day or per month. It doesn't have to be $100,000. It doesn't matter what the number is, by the way. But whatever your goal is financially, I'm going to teach you how to get there very quickly using your mind. Not saying that you don't have to work. Not saying that you don't have to disconnect from negative people. But what I want you to understand that 90% of making those type of goals a reality, 90% is the mind. Okay? You understand that? All right, Jordy, how are you, man? Sean. Hey, so make sure you take something out to write with, pen or paper. Listen closely here, because you're going to be shocked and amazed at the information that you're going to learn here tonight, okay? Hey, Cynthia, how are you? Can we all type the word something amazing is about to happen? Let's go ahead and type that. Something amazing is about to happen. Something amazing is actually already happening for you. Some of you just don't see it. But I'm here to open your eyes so you can see that something amazing is happening to you right now, okay? In your life. All right, be magic. Hey. All right, let me go ahead and get started here. So, somebody said $100,000 a day for how many sources? So that's one thing I had to understand. So the first challenge for me personally, what I had to understand about like goal setting or, saying, oh, I want to make this amount of money and I want to, be a millionaire or whatever. I had to learn to do this one thing. And I've taught many people how to do this. And not just that, I've helped many people be able to achieve their financial goals without, by thinking about it differently. So the first thing is, it's important to detach yourself from how you're going to do it. And this is tough. Now listen here. This is tough because we've been taught our entire lives that, well, we need to know how to do something. Like if you want to do something, well, how am I going to do it? If I want to make more money, well, how am I going to make more money? If I want to get a job, well, how am I going to get that job? If I want to get this girl or get this guy, well, how do I do that? If I want to be in a relationship, if I want to be married, well, how do I do it? How do I find a great man? How do I find a great woman? How do I lose weight? How do I get this? Again, it's always how. And that's called linear thinking. And that's important because when you grow up in middle school, elementary, and high school, they teach you 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4. They teach you Christopher Columbus discovered America. They teach you how to do math, how to do science. So everything is for the first 12 years of your life or 12 years in an educational institution. It's all about how. Okay, so when you become an adult, and then when you make a decision that you want to level up, you want to make more money, you want to be a business person, you just want to live a more exceptional life, you want to increase your quality of life, you're still stuck on how you're going to do this. How do I make more money, Wes? How do I level up, Wes? How do I quit my job and be able to run a business? How do I get fancy cars? How do I travel the world? How do I be able to take my children around the world? Whatever it is. Does it make sense? We're stuck on a how to. But listen, you have to learn, and I'm going to teach you, don't worry, how to detach yourself from how you're going to do it. Now, let me prove to you that detaching yourself from how you're going to do it is so effective. Listen, have you ever wanted to do something badly, like something that you really wanted, whatever it is, and you didn't know exactly how you were going to do it, but because of the desire, right? He's like, oh, I really want to do that. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make this thing happen, right? I want you to remember back. Did you think too much about how you were going to do it? Or did you think more about that you were going to do it, irregardless of how you were actually going to make it happen? Comment below, please. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure. But does that make sense? And the reason why I want to give you that distinction, because I want you to know that it's possible to set a financial goal, whatever it is, without knowing exactly how you're going to do it. The most important part of me personally making $100,000 a day is to know, one, that I can do it. Okay? And I know it sounds so simplistic, right? You're like, what? I can do it. That's it. Listen to me. Just stating and affirming that you can do something is more powerful than what you think. Okay. The world wants you to get caught up into the methods and the techniques and how to do this and all that stuff, which is important. But to say I can do something, that allows the mind to think about ways to make it happen. If you say, well, oh, I can't do this, I don't know how I'm going to do this, that's not possible with what I have right now, and I just don't see myself, I don't know, man. I think that's just, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be possible. What you don't realize, those words and those phrases will automatically debilitate. It's going to weaken your mind in a way that you're not going to even consider that it's possible. Automatically, you shut off any thoughts to obtaining a goal just because what we do as people, when we think about something we want to achieve, we think about the past. The past is, well, what do I have right now? Well, what I have right now, how can I do that? And what resources do I currently have? And if we can't make a distinction or a determination that we can do that based off past data, we say, well, I don't know if that's possible. I don't think that's possible. I don't think where I am right now, I don't think I don't see how it's going to happen. Think about it. I don't see how that's going to happen. How many of you have ever said that? Well, I don't see how that's going to happen. Well, listen, if you don't see how it can happen, it won't. Pause. You got to go back to when you had the desire for something and you had no clue on how you were going to achieve it. Everybody has a moment in their lives where they knew they had to do something. They had to get it done. They had no clue on how it was going to get done. They didn't know exactly what resources, what people, what the money was coming. They had no clue, but they know they were going to do it. Hello? That's you. Everybody have had that experience. Okay? And let me tell you why that happens. Because your desire and your focus is on achieving the goal other than not achieving the goal. If your kid, say if you have a child and your child needed some medication, your child needed a surgery, and your child needed $10,000 or your child would die in 24 hours. Any mother, even any father that loves their child, even if they were broke, staying in ghetto apartments, making $500 a month. Any mother won't even consider the fact of their child dying. Any mother would go outside and knock on 10,000 doors, 20,000 doors. She will post on TikTok. She will post on Instagram. She will start a GoFundMe. She will do whatever. She won't consider the fact that it's not possible. You get it? She don't even think about her child not saying, oh, no, my child not dying. I don't care if I don't have the money right now. I'm going to go find the money. You have to think about that desire. Like, where does that come from? Folks, are you with me? And I'm going to tell you where that comes from, okay? The only reason why a mother or even a father doesn't consider their son or their daughter dying because of pain. Pain is a motivator. What is the pain? Well, the pain is their child dying. Write this down. We do more to avoid pain than to seek pleasure. Okay? This is a psychological concept you have to master. Once you master this, you'll make as much money as you ever want in your life. It's so easy. We do more to avoid pain than to seek pleasure. Okay? The reason why people don't work out, you ever thought about that? Why people don't work out? Well, because in their mind, they think more painful thoughts. Oh, I'm going to be sweaty. Oh, I'm going to be hurting. Oh, man, it takes forever. Oh, I got to eat salads. Oh, I got to eat beets every day. Oh, I got to do juices. Right? To them, it's pain. We want to avoid pain. Okay? Like we're born like this. We are born to avoid pain than to seek pleasure. Even though you get pleasure by working out, feeling healthy, looking good, get compliments, whatever. Maybe attract better people in your life. But we do more to avoid the pain. So the mother, the pain of the son or the daughter dying is more painful than her getting out and finding the money. She don't even think about like being broke. She's not even thinking about, oh, I don't have enough money or enough resource. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Now, listen, let me tie that back to me personally making $100,000 a day. Because I remember this very vividly. So at the time, I don't know, I was doing maybe $5,000, $10,000 a day. I don't know. You know, I was doing very well, obviously. But then the one day I wanted to go to making $100,000 a day. And let me tell you the first thing I did. The first thing I did, folks. I said, one, I can do it. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I said I can do it. Two, now you need to write this down. Because this is what the rich and successful people don't tell you. You know that 100K a day? I have a couple of cars. I got a license plate And on the license plate, I had what was that? A Mercedes GTS. Green. It's a beautiful car. And I put 100K a day. That was the license plate, 100K a day. Then I got myself this beautiful chain. I have a John Hardy chain that's about $10,000. Then I got these custom diamond letters that said 100K a day. That cost me $20,000. The point is, I started to put these words in my environment. Like the 100K a day. Like I started to put it everywhere. Because that's just how the brain works. You know what's amazing about the brain? Write this down. The brain doesn't do what it wants. It does what's familiar. Like a woman that gets in a toxic relationship and stays there and knows she needs to get out. You're like, why does she stay there? Because it's familiar. It's not about what she wants. It's just familiar. Most of you are like suffering, complaining, bitching, and crying. It's not because you want to complain and bitch and cry all the time. Complain about your life, complain about your kid, complain about your husband, whatever you complain about. You don't do it because you want to do it. You do it because it's familiar. That's just how the brain works. It's like a computer. It does what's familiar. Many of you are very familiar of having stress and anxiety and worry. So you just do it. Because it's familiar, it's comfortable, even though it's painful at the same time. Isn't that crazy? Okay? So it's the same thing. So if I want 100K a day, it needs to be familiar. See, whatever goal that you want to hit, how big or how large or how small, initially, it's not familiar to you. What's familiar to you is that 2-week or that bi-weekly check or that every week check you get every day from your job, right? You get the same check, the same check, the same check, the same check, the same check. Whatever you're earning right now, you get the same earning, the same. So it's familiar. So you start to expect it. So whenever you think about something outside of the income that you're earning, or outside of the revenue that you're bringing in, it's not familiar. So your brain automatically wants to reject it. Not because you don't deserve it, not because you can't even do it. It's just not familiar. So how do we hijack the brain? Well, we put it everywhere. How many of you ever went to your house and it was dirty? Or your apartment, it was dirty. Your car, it was dirty. How do you feel when you're in a dirty house or a dirty car or a dirty apartment? You feel dirty, right? You feel like kind of like shit. Because your place look like shit. Well, that's your environment. Because your environment is very influential to your brain. So think about it like this. What I began to do is, like right now, if you go to my home, I have about 2 boards. When you walk in my house, it says, I'm so grateful now that I earn $1 million per day. That's been there for about 3 years. I'm so grateful now that I earn $1 million a day. Well, before I was doing that, I was so grateful now that I make $100,000 a day. I did that for a couple of years. Not even a year. I don't think it wasn't that long, actually. And I hit it. And you may say, well, how did you do it? The how doesn't matter, folks. Like, I can tell you exactly how it happened. And you're thinking that, well, I need to do it that way. That's what's going to make it happen. Do you not understand there are millions of ways to make $100,000 a day? There are millions of ways to lose 10 pounds of fat. There are millions of ways to be in a functional relationship. There are millions of ways to attract the man or the woman of your dreams. There are millions of ways to be rich. There are millions of ways to be successful. Hello? But you, as human beings, we think that when we see someone does something and we ask them, how did you do it and what are you doing? We feel the tendency to do that thing as if it's going to work for us. Which is possible, but it's highly unlikely. Because that's just not how the universe, that's not how the brain works. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Listen, let me give you something to do tonight. What I want you to do, I know you're in bed, get your butt up, get out of bed, big head. What I want you to do is this, okay? I want you to think about whatever the goal is. If the goal is $1,000 a day, I want you to take a sheet of paper and say, I'm so grateful now that I make $1,000 a day. I'm so grateful now that I make $1,000 a day. Say if your goal is $10,000. I don't know what your goal is. As a matter of fact, type your goal below. Honestly, I did this with my woman. You know, I remember she was making a certain amount of money. And I told her a number that she was like, what? Come on, I don't know. I don't think I can do that because of this and this and this. And what she didn't realize, she was giving me every reason why she couldn't do it. So I said, let's think about some reasons why we can do it. And you know what's so crazy? In a couple of months, boom, she's doing it. Then a couple of months, then she's doing like, you know, 6 figures a month. I mean, the thing is, folks, the mind is powerful when you allow it to do the hard work. We spend so much time trying to do the hard work, which is trying to consciously think about how we're going to fix this, how we're going to find a solution for this, how we're going to create this, how we're going to do everything. There's a part of your mind that is called the subconscious mind or the unconscious mind, okay? And it doesn't mean that it's a particular brain or a particular, it just exists. It's the part of your brain that does things automatically for you. Okay, when you drive and put makeup on women, you're doing it automatically. You're not thinking. When you're chewing gum and walking, that's an automatic process. When your heart is beating in your chest right now, that's automatic. Your blood is flowing automatically. When you get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you have you're on autopilot. When you're in your car driving to, it's on autopilot. You blast in the stereo. This is all autopilot, folks. When you get up and check your phone, you text, and you check your Instagram, you check your TikTok. This is an automatic process here. What I'm teaching you to do is how to hijack it in a way that your goals are inevitable. Does that make sense? Okay? So what I want you to do is I want everybody to type their goals below. Okay? I want you to do exactly what I did to make $100,000 a day. It's easy. It's not even hard. But now listen, just because I made $100,000 a day, I don't want you to say, well, I want to make $100,000 a day. No. If you're making $2,000 a month, trying to go to $100,000 a day, stop it. The reason why I wouldn't suggest that, because you don't believe it. It may take you 5 years. It may take you 10 years to do it. And you're going to quit. Do something that you can actually believe. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't think bigger, but you know what I've learned? I learned from Jordan Peterson. You know, when they say hit your goals so high, I don't know, I always said high goals. He says, set your goals low so you can hit it. Let me say it again. Jordan Peterson, look him up if you don't know who he is. He's a phenomenal, very intelligent young man. He says, set your goals low so you can actually hit the goals. Because let me tell you something about goals. It's about hitting goals. It's more important to hit bigger goals, because when you hit a goal, you feel good. You make measurable progress. You feel good. You're like, yes, okay, I did this. Now I can do this. It makes you feel good. When you start to feel good, you start to have bigger goals. But if you have a goal that's so big that you can't even imagine it, you can't even see it, you just get irritated. You get down. You get annoyed. You get pissed off. You get frustrated. You get it? And it's not that you can't have these big goals, but you have to be honest with yourself. At the time, I was already doing 10,000, 30,000 a day. So it was nothing for me to think and believe that I can do 100,000 a day, even though, it took like maybe a couple months or a year to do it. But I'm going to give you some more tricks and some more little sneaky ways to make it happen faster. But the first thing I want you to do is I want you to write on a sheet of paper, I'm so grateful now that I'm earning whatever you're earning, whatever you want to earn. And I want you to put it everywhere. Listen, I did this to make my first million. I'll never forget this. I was staying in a 700 square foot apartment. I had $1 and I put $1 million on that dollar. Like it's $1 and I put a comma, 000, comma, 000. And I put it on the ceiling of my wall. So every day when I woke up, I saw $1 million. I was programming myself subliminally that I was a millionaire. It was everywhere. It was on my walls. It was on my refrigerator. It was on my counter. This stuff is real, because your brain gravitates to what's familiar, folks. What's familiar? It's its comfort zone. You get it? Are you weed smokers and are you drinkers of alcohol? The only reason why you do it is because it's familiar. It's not that you really want to do it. It's familiar and it's comfortable. And it allows you to feel good to avoid pain. That's why people smoke weed or do any type of addictive behavior, because they're avoiding pain. It's not because of the pleasure of it. It's not because weed is just the best thing on the planet. Oh yeah, oh this weed's, it would just taste so good. Oh my God. Oh, this alcohol is the best thing ever. I can just drink it like soda water. Yeah, let me drink this alcohol like it's lemonade. No. People are alcoholics. People have addictive behavior because they're avoiding pain. Because they feel like crap. So they feel those things are going to avoid feeling like crap. You get it? The point is, what we do what's familiar. So how do we hijack that? Well, you write your goal down right now and you put it everywhere. Put it on the toilet when you take a dump, looking at your goal. I know it sounds crazy. Listen, I remember a couple of years ago, I went to a convention in, I don't know, it was Mexico. I was invited out, obviously. And, you know, because I'm always killing it in the digital marketing space. I've done so many things and I've got so many awards. And I went to this one event and we hanging out. I meet these two young Asian boys. They're young. They're like 21, 22 years old. And they look up to me. I didn't know they looked up to me. I didn't know they was watching my content on the internet. He said, Wesley, man, me and my partner, we watch your content all the time. And then I found out these little boys, they're doing like $50 to $100,000 a day on Facebook. Let me say it again. $50,000 to $100,000 a day on Facebook. You know what they told me? They said, Wesley, when you were talking about, meditation and putting my goal, that's what I started to do. So, when I was, even taking a dump, I was listening to it and I was writing down my goals and I put it so I can see it. And we were doing it every day, just like you were saying. And now, man, we're the biggest affiliates on ClickBank, which is a network platform. And they're in their 20s. They said we got a little meditation, little thing, man. We'll meditate every single morning. We'll visualize our goals. And more importantly, we were just writing exactly what we were going to achieve. So our goal was to make about $75,000 a day. So we put it everywhere. We said, I'm making $75,000. This is the story that these little boys told me. And they're in the 20s. Imagine if every 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old did this and understood the power instead of trying to reject this information and say, well, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense on how broke you are. It doesn't make sense that you have so much debt. It doesn't make sense that you're overweight. You can't even work out properly. It doesn't make sense that you still eat unhealthy. You don't care about your body. It doesn't make sense that you're still not in a functional relationship. It still doesn't make sense that you're not happy, but yet you should be happy every day of your life. That doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? This doesn't make sense. It works. And it's simple. And you don't have to spend any money to do it. I'm not asking you for $50,000. For me to do any type of mentorship is $100,000. I don't care. And I don't care when people say, oh, that's too crazy. That's too much money. Why don't you give it for free? Well, the same reason why you go to Walmart. They don't give you those socks for free. When you go buy deodorant, is it free? When you go buy toothpaste, is it free? When you go buy Gucci, is it free? When you go to buy Louis Vuitton, is it free? No, it's not. Exactly. So I'm not free. I'm expensive. Very. But I'm here to tell you right now on this rant, on this phone right now, in Paris. I'm in Milan. I'm sorry. I'm in Milan. I'm just here to tell you that if you just write down, I'm so grateful now, whatever the income is, and you start putting it everywhere around your house, in your bathroom, on your ceiling, on your refrigerator, it happens. And I'm just not talking about it. I do it in my penthouse right now in Houston, Texas. I have this. My woman can tell you. Right, baby? Oh, she's asleep. My place in Houston right now. I earn $100,000 a day. I earn $30 million per month. It's been there for years. It's familiar. Now, I know some of you might say, well, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? It's already happening, big head. You say, what you mean? I don't see anything, though. I don't see anything. That's your problem. Because you're looking for something outside of you. It's inside. Inside of you has more power, like the vision, the images. What you think about is more powerful than what's actually perceptually happening in your reality. You understand that? What happens in your mind is more powerful than what happens outside of you. Do you not understand that? What something means to you inside, when whatever event that takes place in your life, what it means to you inside your mind is more important than what other people. Other people can see you and say, oh, you're a piece of shit. You broke. You poor. You'll never make it. You always talk about you're going to do this. You always talk about, but in your mind, you say, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I'm doing it right now. And all those people that's talking about that I'm not doing, it's okay. Because one day when I do it, they're going to look at me and they're going to love me. And they're going to want to be around me. And they're going to want money from me. You see that? I just changed the perception. This is what the world doesn't want you to know. There are certain people, they don't want you to know that you have this ability, okay? They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you can make $1,000 a day. They want you to go out there and go on the internet and go search how to make money online. They want you to join all these different organizations. They want you to pay money for all these mentors. They want you to do all that stuff, not realizing that all the power is inside of you. That's it. Just saying that, you know what, I'm going to do it. I can do it. Maybe right now, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I will do it. And I'm going to get the necessary resources. I'm going to get the tools. I'm going to find the people to make it happen. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? This is the story of my life. So, that's what I want you to do. Okay. Another thing. So check this out. So, that's something I learned from a book. What's his name? Who's the guy? Oh, Phil Jackson, the guy that coached the Lakers, that was winning over and over and over again. He had some secret sauce. How many of you know who Phil Jackson is? The guy that coached the Lakers, that coached. Was it Kobe Bryant? I think he coached Michael Jordan as well. I'm not sure. So he wrote a book. You should get the book. I forgot the name of the book, but you just type in Phil Jackson book and you'll see. So he talked about what is called mental rehearsal. I've talked about mental rehearsal before. And mental rehearsals, it's just a big fancy word for just repeating solutions in your mind. That's all what it is, folks. It's repeating a solution in your mind. So whenever you have a problem, you know, you want to make $100,000 a day, $1,000 a day, you repeat the solution of you actually making $100,000 a day or $1,000 a day. You repeat it. So let me break that down. So say if you're doing something, say if you're a salesperson. I tell my sales team this all the time. Say if you're a salesperson, right? And you want to make a certain amount of money. Say if it's $20,000 a day, $10,000, whatever it is. You need to repeat yourself doing it. That's it. You need to repeat yourself doing the outcome in your mind. Because it has to be familiar. You get it? It has to be familiar. What's familiar is what your brain is going to attract and seek out and find solutions for. So mental rehearsal is like a basketball player going out there and rehearsing in his mind what he's going to do before the game starts. He can see himself stealing the ball. He can see himself hitting the clutch shot. He can see himself dunking. He can hear the crowds cheering him on. It's called mental rehearsal. It's been around for, hundreds of years. Write this down. You just got to repeat the solution. I'm telling you, this is what I do. This is how I'm making $1 million a day. Because every day when I'm meditating, when I'm going through the script, when I'm logging into my own app, Overnight Millionaire University, I'm just repeating the outcomes. I'm repeating $1 million a day. Every day coming into my account, easily, effortlessly. And I know exactly what I'm doing with the money. I know exactly the lifestyle I'm living. Just $1 million a day, every day, just coming into my account. I see the notification, $1 million every day coming into the Bank of America checks account, the Wells Fargo account, it's just coming in. Transferring the money to my Ameritrade, to my Fidelity, making easy dividend income on that money. Millions of dollars per day. Helping tens of 1,000 people per day that's coming in as customers. You get it? Do you repeat it vocally or just in your mind? You could do it vocally, you can do it in your mind. Do both. Like when I meditate, like this morning I just meditated. Me and my girl, we meditated. She's a meditator. She's a hardcore meditator now. Before I met her, she didn't meditate, but now she meditates and imitates, and this woman is manifesting everything. That's why she's successful in her business. She's a meditator. Because you understand how to let certain things go. Understand that the mind can do what, like, the unconscious part of your mind could do what the conscious part would never be able to do. So yeah, I meditated, and you can say vocally if you want to. You can say, I'm so grateful now that I'm earning this money. But I just see it in my mind. I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, and I just see myself making $1 million a day. I see the deposits that are coming in. I see my team growing. Like my team, they're doing over $100,000 a day. You know what's so crazy? Yesterday, I think we did, and I'm not trying to brag, but total revenue, I think, was $80,000 a day yesterday. It was easy. My team did more than half of that. Like, honestly, like I manifest for my team. You can't manifest for others as well. Of course I do it for my team. Because the problem is some of you are like, well, how did that work? Well, how can you manifest for somebody else? I don't understand it. You got to understand how the mind works. I'm the CEO of the company, right? I'm the owner. I'm the leader, right? So when I visualize my actions and the things that I do, which happens naturally based off my own visualization, my own mental rehearsal, I do what's necessary as far as leadership with the team that allows them to hit their goals. And you know what it is? It's always belief. Honestly, like in any organization, I've been in so many different organizations. Any organization, it's always people's belief. If you want them to make more money, it's just their belief. I told my team, I said, everybody on the team needs to be making 6 to 7 figures this year, period. Or you're going to be gone. 6 to 7 figures every year. Regardless of leads, regardless of anything, you're just going to do it. Because I'm teaching them to detach themselves from the how and what happened in the past and who cares. You are a creator, folks. Millions of ways to make $10,000 a day, $20,000 a day, $50,000 a day. It's too easy. Okay? Just listen and do exactly what I'm telling you to do, and it works. Does that make sense? Can you explain how your app works? Yeah, so it's simple. It's an app that deletes the negative thoughts from your brain. That's it. Just delete all that trash that's in your mind so you can manifest what you want. Because think about it. If you were able to, think about it like this. If your apartment has trash in it, it's been there for days, it stinks. It's dirty and it stinks, right? Which means you can't function in an apartment that's trashy. Right? And maybe you function, but you don't function at your best. Right? Because it stinks, it's nasty, it's trashy, all type of bacteria is in there, right? But when you clean it, when you clean the house, it feels good, does it not? Same thing with your mind and your brain. I'd expect your brain to do these phenomenal things if it's filled with trash. It doesn't matter how much perfume you spray on trash, that shit still stink. Some of you, that's what you're doing. You're spraying perfume on the trash, on your trash life, on your mind. Spraying perfume on your mind is just like, oh, let me read all the books. Let me listen to all the podcasts. Let me drink green juices for 5 weeks. Let me go on a diet. I mean, you're just spraying perfume. You're not hitting the root problem. The root problem is the trash thoughts. It's the limiting blocks and the limiting beliefs. Until you delete those things, you won't completely have the life that you deserve to live. Never. You just won't, I'm telling you. Because you're not hitting the root. The root is the negative thoughts. Imagine if you had no negative thoughts. Imagine if you had no limiting blocks. There's nothing that you can't do. You won't be sad. You won't be frustrated. You'll be excited. Whether you make $1 a day or $1 million a day. You get it? You got to delete the trash thoughts first. Next question for me. You're telling me right. But did that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? You see how I made $100 a day? You see how you can do it as well? Okay? Tonight, that's what I want you to do. And I get it. Some of you can be like, oh, I'm in bed right now. Shut up. Oh, I'm asleep right. I'm in bed. I gotta go to work. So what? You gotta go to work every day. Get up. See, listen, you know why you won't get out your bed? Some of you won't get out your bed and you just go write down your goal real quick. Just write down, I'm so grateful that I make $1,000 a day. Post it. Go back to bed. You know why you won't do it? Because laying in your bed is very familiar. Sleeping, relaxing, it's familiar. Oh, I got to go to work in the morning. That's familiar. So we tend to do what's familiar. So anything outside of that is annoying. It's irritating. Like, oh my God, I got to get up. I don't want to get up, Wes. I'm comfortable right now. I'm in my bed. 90% of you right now would not get out your bed and write down, I'm so grateful now, whatever your goal is, even though you say your goal is important. Even though you say, oh, I'm willing to do anything to hit my goals, I'm willing, but you won't get your ass up and go write this down, which is going to take about a minute. You see, I just proved my point. We do more to avoid pain. The pain for you is getting your butt up out of the bed because you're too comfortable. It's familiar. See, it's painful for you to get up and you got to go find a pen. You got to go find some paper. Blah, 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 blah. See, that's painful for you. And that's ridiculous. Right? Okay. But listen, I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing it with you that you can get up right now, go to get a pen and paper and write down your goal. Put it on your wall, put it in your refrigerator. And that would change your life. You know, when people ask me, how do I change my life? By doing the things that you can do. Like doing the things that you can do, that you can get up and write on a sheet of paper and say, you know what? I'm so grateful now that I earned this amount of money. Post it and go back to bed. You can do that right now. Like it's within you can do it. It's nothing, it's very easy to do. But remember something. This is very important. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. Got to remember that. It's easy to get up and, listen to what I just shared with you, write down the goal, and go back to bed. But it's easy not to do it too. It's easy just to stay your butt in the bed and lay down and scroll TikTok for the next 2 hours. It's easy to do as well. So always remember, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Okay? Any questions for me? Sean said, all right, I'm going to do it. See, look at that. See, Sean had to battle with himself. Isn't that crazy, though? It's the things that we want to do, and we say, okay, fine, I'll do it. It's like, we got to force you to do it. But it's like, why? When you say your goals and dreams are so important, you have a multi-millionaire person, which is myself. You're listening to me right now. I'm in beautiful Milan. I'm in this beautiful Four Seasons hotel. I'm paying $3,000 a night. And I'm not saying it to brag. I'm just letting you know that's my reality. And that's just my normal. And I know some of you want that to be your normal too. You want to be able to, like when we got here, we went to the Amalfi Coast first. Did some shopping, had a good time. Then we took a flight to Venice. Did some shopping, had a good time. Now, Venice is the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Second to New Zealand. Gorgeous. This city is it's just on a freaking water. It's on lakes. It's amazing. And then we took another flight, took another train, took a high-speed train to Milan. Like, you got to think about that. Like, some of you like, oh, my God, I want to do that. Oh, my God, it's so beautiful. Well, how do you think it all happened? It all happened by getting out of the bed and doing the things maybe I didn't want to do, but I got to do it. Like, writing down something. See, the only reason some of you don't get up and write down, I'm so grateful now that I earned this amount of money. The reason why you don't do it, because you don't see how doing that is going to increase your quality of life or change your life or make more money or do anything. Because the data and the knowledge that's in your mind doesn't match that experience. It just doesn't make sense to you. But you have to understand something. Of course it's not going to make sense. Like I'm a man, I do 6 to 7 figures a month. Okay. So why would anything I say make sense to you when you don't do 6 figures a year? You understand? I'm in Milan and I'm still doing, 50 to 100,000 a day. You're in your city and you had issues paying your rent this month. Does that make sense? I'm in Milan buying my woman handbags and this bag and Goyard bags and Hermes bags and whatever bags you want. and you're complaining with your woman or your wife on how y'all going to get out of debt. You see the difference? Okay? Does that make sense? What I want you to understand is, and I'm not bragging, I swear to God, I'm not bragging. I'm just letting you know that my paradigm, the way that I think, is different from yours. So if you would like to think like me, you have to consider some of the information that I'm sharing with you. And even though it sounds so stupid and simplistic of just writing down, I'm so grateful now that I make this much money per day, and put it in your refrigerator and put it on your wall and put it on your bathroom mirror. Just do it. You don't need to know why it works. You don't even know why a light bulb works. Who knows how electricity really works? You don't know. You don't know how when you put a bulb and all of a sudden you see light. You don't even think about that. You don't even know why when you hit a switch in a wall, then all of a sudden you got light. I mean, I don't know how it really works. You know, how does a flower really grow? How does a seed all of a sudden turn into a tree? We don't know. We just plant it. We water it, and one day it's a tree. But we don't think too much about how we're going to do. We don't know why the sun rises and why the sun sets and the moon is out there and why the earth is rotating. I mean, why does that happen? I don't know, but it does. Yeah, I mean, it happens. I don't know why this room is $3,000 a night. I don't know. I don't know why the other room when I was in Amalfi Coast was $5,000 a night. I don't know. I don't care. What I want you to understand, it doesn't matter why and how. Just do it. That's what I love about my team. They just do what I say. There's no need to argue with me. I mean, listen, I get it. You may have your own thoughts, but I'm a veteran. I've been doing it a long time. Okay, folks, I'm 15 years in doing all this. This is easy for me, honestly. It's unconscious. I know things that you just don't know only because I've been in it for so long. Okay? Like if I was into struggling, if I was into poverty, if I was into averageness, I'll talk to you. If I was into being frustrated and irritated and upset and annoyed all the time, I would talk to you. But I don't want to do that. Just want to be, I'm going to be happy and joyful and exciting, and I like challenges and I like figuring things out. That's what I like doing. I like making a ton of money, and I like traveling the world. I like doing beautiful things for my woman and for my children and for my parents. Hello. That's what I want to do. And if that's what you want to do, listen, just execute. Okay? How do you release attachment to your desires? I mean, were you not listening? I just explained that, Chris. Okay? You know how you release it? You do what I just said. Whatever the goal, whatever you want, like money-wise. You know how I did? I just wrote out, I'm so grateful now I make $100,000 a day. I'm so grateful now I make $1,000. That's releasing it. You getting it? Let me break this down. Let me really break it. Let me unpack. Let me go deep. Listen. If your goal is $2,000 a day, think, hello, listen. If it's $2,000 a day, what you got to let go is, right, that you're not earning $2,000 a day. You get it? Because you're thinking about, I need to make $2,000 a day. How am I going to make $2,000 a day? So you're attached to the goal because you keep thinking about how you're going to do it, and you keep thinking about that you're not doing it. When you say, I'm so grateful now that I earn $2,000 a day, you're no longer detached. Like you're no longer attached to the goal because you already are hitting the goal. You get it? Mentally. You're hitting the goal mentally. So you say, I'm so grateful now that I earn $2,000 a day. You're no longer attached to the goal because you're already doing it because you told yourself. And you're putting it everywhere so you can see it, so it becomes familiar to you. In the beginning, it's not familiar to make whatever income that you want to make. So how do you make it more familiar? You need to see it everywhere as much as humanly possible. You get it? That's how you detach yourself from the outcome. You're not thinking about if your car's outside right now, are you? No. I don't care if you have a $200,000 car. Like, you're not thinking about, oh, my car outside? Is my car outside? Is my car okay? No. You're completely detached from your car being outside in the garage or in the parking lot. You just know it's there. See? You're detached from it. You're not thinking about it. But you keep thinking about how you're not hitting your goals. How you're not closing sales. How you're not doing this. And how you're not doing this. And how you're not doing this. And how this not working. See, you're attached to it. Attachment to a goal means that you feel overly emotionally of not hitting the goal. Because you're feeling lack. You're feeling like, damn, man, why is it not working? See, because you're attached to it. Attached to it that you're allowing the goal to steer you instead of you steering the goal. You get it? Wes, I've been listening to the script for a week now. I wanted to ask you, if I struggle with not being myself in front of people, I have low esteem, how does it delete those beliefs? So my question to you is, how do you know that you're not being yourself? Who are you then, Sean? When you said that, well, I'm not being myself, well, who are you? And how do you know that you're not being yourself? And how do you know you have low self-esteem? So you have to really think about this. And Sean, let me talk to you personally. Think about it. When you say, well, I'm not able to be myself around people. Well, who are you then? Who are you when you're not around them? And who is yourself? Who is Sean? And when you say, well, I have low self-esteem, how do you know? Like, how do you know you have low self-esteem? All the time, some of the time, an hour a day, 2 hours a day? Like, how do you know? Prove to me that you have the low self-esteem. Prove to me that you can't be yourself by telling me who you are. Because if you say, well, I can't be myself in front of other people, okay, so that means you know who you are, right? Who are you then? Who are you when you're by yourself? Who are you when you're around, I guess, yourself? Because that's when you say you are your real self. So who is that? And I want you to articulate it to me. Go for it. See? He says some of the time, but what time specifically? In the morning, are you yourself? In the evening, are you your real self? In the afternoon, are you your real self? When? What time? When you said, well, some of the time, but what time? Be very specific on the time that you choose not to be yourself, man. When you say, you know what, I'm not going to be myself right now. I don't want to be myself. I'm going to be somebody else, and I'm going to have low self-esteem. Like, when do you decide to be that person? Because obviously, you're not always that person, because you said that you can't be yourself around other people. So when you're around yourself, you're your true self, right? Whoever that is. So when do you make a decision, say, you know what? Okay, now it's time for me to be somebody else because I got low self-esteem. And I'm like, who made that distinction? Who made that decision? Talk to me. I just want to be comfortable in my own skin. How do you know that you're not? Are you comfortable now? You're in your skin right now, right? Are you not comfortable in your skin? Like, are you laying down? You sitting in the chair? Are you not comfortable right now? And if you're not comfortable, go lay down, brother. Seriously, go lay down in the bed, bro. Lay down on the couch. Close your eyes and meditate for about 5 minutes. Take a deep breath and exhale slowly and do it 5 times. You're going to be comfortable. Sean, you need to find out what you're trying to do. You don't know what you want, brother. That's the problem. That's a problem with most of you. How you try to describe your experience. Oh, I'm not comfortable in my skin. Oh, I'm in a dark place right now. I'm really depressed right now. I'm really down right now. Because you just don't know what you want. A man or a woman that doesn't know what they want, that's an insane life. Because you don't know what you want and you don't know what you're doing. So you have these random thoughts and these random distinctions of how you describe your life because you don't know what you want. Spend time making a determination of what you want for your life health-wise. What do you want for your life physically? What do you want for your life spiritually, emotionally? You want to be in love or you want to be alone? Do you want to have a ton of money? You want a little money or no money? I mean, make a decision on who you want to be. Okay? You mentioned in your past rant that if money is the only thing that you think about, you'll never get it. Why is that? Can you talk more about that? Okay, you said if money's the only thing you think about, you'll never get it. Well, it depends on the context that I share that. Okay? But it's okay to think about money, but don't think about the lack of it. The problem, Rod, you thinking about money, but you thinking about what you don't have, what you don't got, what you're not doing. Oh, I don't have enough money. You're thinking about it, but you're thinking about the lack of it. Does that make sense? If you think about the lack of money, you only going to get more lack. If you can say, oh, I'm not making enough money. Why can't I make money? Why can I make money? Why I'm not? Okay, yeah, you thinking about it, but you're thinking about the lack of it as if you don't have it. You get it? It's like a kid that say, oh, I can't do this. I'm not good in math. I failed the test, so I'm bad at math. I'm not good at math. And you say, what do you mean? That was just one test. You'll be okay, son, daughter. You'll have another test. Well, I'm not good. No, you are good. No, I'm not. Look at my test. So what? A test don't define you. Same with you guys as an adult. You think every experience in your life defines who you are as a person. Doesn't mean that you can't do it because it failed. Just because it didn't work out this time. So what? Stop thinking about the lack of money. Think about that you have more than enough money. Key word. Think about it. Just think that you have more than enough. I know it's unfamiliar. I know it doesn't make sense to you. Right? You might say, that don't make sense. I don't have any money. I know, big head. How do you think you get money? You got to think that you got it. And you got to continue to think that way until you start to shift the way that you think about money, about anything in life. Do you actually think you're going to get more money by continuing to talk about how you don't have it? Oh, this is hard. I can't figure this out. I don't have money for bills. I'm just struggling. I'm just trying to figure. I mean, when do you think it changes? The conversation, the internal dialogue with yourself has to change first. Hello? I mean, folks, are you brand new to my podcast here? The reason why I'm in a 4-season hotel, because I had to make a decision that I'm not going to stay in a 1 or 2-star hotel. I said, you know what? I'm going to stay in 5-star only, even when I was broke. I said, I'm staying in a 5-star hotel. I don't care how much money it's going to take me to do it. I'm staying only in 5-star. I'm only 5 first class. Me and my woman, only first class, period. I don't care. This is when I was broke. When I had $1,000 in the bank account, I'm 33 years old. I said, I'm not. That's not going to be my reality, period. I had to stop thinking about all my poor, weak thoughts. I had to stop saying things that made me weak. And then I realized everything I was saying was making me weak. This is too hard. I'm just tired of this. When is it going to go back to the same thing? I've been trying and working. Those things make you weak. You got to pay attention to your internal dialogue. I talk about this in Overnight Millionaire University. Why you guys are not enrolled? Why you're not going through the courses? You got to stop saying things that make you weak. And you think it's just normal because it's familiar. Some of you think that it's familiar to have a bad day. Oh, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad this. I'm having a bad that. That's just familiar. It doesn't mean it's true. How is it possible to have a bad day when you're breathing? How is it possible to have a bad day when your heart is pumping in your chest? Are you crazy? 100,000 people died today in the world. What are you talking about? A bad day. Somebody's sleeping on the street. You're in a bed in AC. You got the heater on. You got your phone watching your stupid ass social media. What are you talking about? You having a bad day. Somebody didn't even eat today. Somebody slept on cement today. What are you talking about? A bad day. Somebody got fired today. You still got a job. You hate the job, but you got it. Somebody got fired, man. Terminated by AI. Okay. Next question here for me, folks. I don't want I don't want, I want to be out of my head. That's a defense mechanism that people do. But let's start talking about people. Let's talk about you, Sean. Start talking about people. I don't want to hear that bullshit about, well, that's what people do. Forget about people. Let's talk about what Sean does. When Sean says he's in his head, what are you talking about? Unpack that. See, words and phrases like that, well, I'm in my head. Well, what does that even mean? You're in your head. Unpack that so it makes sense to you and to me as well as you communicating that to me. Because maybe you're not in your head. Like, what does that mean you're in your head? You're going to say, well, I mean. You notice when people try to explain things to you, they always use the word, well, I mean that. No, but I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that, but that's what you said. Somebody tell me, oh, man, I'm in a dark spot right now. I'm in a deep, dark depression. Oh, really? You in a deep, dark depression? Well, turn the lights on. That's what I say. So turn the lights. If you're in a dark depression. If it's dark, turn the light. They say, no, I don't mean that. What? No, what? No, I mean, I say, you're in a dark depression. I say, are you breathing? You say, yeah. You got a phone? Yeah. You got a bed? Yeah. So how you in a deep dark? Well, no, I mean, well, I didn't mean, you see how we always use that word? Well, I didn't mean that. Why did you say that then, big head? If you didn't mean that. Maybe you don't know how to communicate to yourself. Maybe you don't know how to communicate to others about what's happening in your mind. Maybe you don't know how to express yourself. Hello. Ooh. You see why vocabulary, you see why words and knowledge is very important to the human experience, because we tend to do and say what's familiar based on our environment. Even when we use words such as, oh, I'm in my head all the time. I'm overwhelmed. Like, that's your environment. That's what people say that you spend time with. Okay? That's why you use those words, which makes no sense at all. Are you with me? Come with the word value if you're getting value here tonight. This morning in Milan. In Milan. You got to think about it. Like, why am I in Milan in the Four Seasons Hotel and you at home and got to go to sleep to go to work to make $20, $10, $15 an hour? Think about that. How am I able to make $100,000 plus per day and I'm relaxed with my woman shopping all yesterday, and how are you trying to find a way to make some money? And I'm just in flow. I'm drinking jasmine tea that's carbonated. It was good too. It was delicious. Like, how did that make sense? Okay. I'm going to tell you. And listen, the only reason why you reject this is because it just doesn't make sense to you, because it's not a part of your experience. Like, the first step is just believing that you can do it. You just got to just say it. Like, you want to make $1,000 a day? Say, you know what? I'm making $1,000. I'm grateful right now that I'm making $1,000 a day. Just say it, big head. Whatever you go, just say it. This is what I did with my woman. That's how I told my woman, said, hey, just say you're grateful that you're making. You're gonna just say you're gonna make this much money a day. Say you're gonna make $5 a day, $6,000 a day. I said, just say it. You got to believe it. You don't have to believe it in the beginning, folks. It's obvious, duh. Of course you're not going to believe it initially. No, you're not. You're not going to believe none of that stuff. Okay? And as a matter of fact, your mind is going to tell you why you can't do it. But you know what's powerful about the brain? It's just by saying, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm so proud of her. She does it. And she just hits her goals over and over and over and over again. Now she's a better manifester than myself. Everything that comes out this woman's mouth, but it just happens. And then you're like, man, how is this happening? You know, because when people get in flow and it just start happening, like whatever they say just happens, like, oh my God, am I going to lose this? Is it going to stop? It's not magic. Okay? It's the polarity. Polarity means that the same way that you're getting what you want, other people they're not. Like a lot of you, you're not getting what you want. And you're not getting what you want because of what you say and what you believe is possible for yourself. Because you're not paying attention to your words and your thoughts. Oh, I had a terrible day. Oh, this person pissed me off. Ah, this, and this is terrible. This is you. This is your words. So you're repeating words and phrases that you don't want a part of your experience, but just because of the repetition, your brain says, okay, this person keeps saying how they have bad days every day. They're always sick. They're always stressed out. They always work. They keep repeating this shit. So you know what? I guess that's what they want because that's all we hear from them. That's the internal dialogue. That's what they say to themselves. That's what they say to other people. So let's give it to them. Now you see why my life is so fabulous? Because I don't tell myself nothing that I don't want to hear and that I don't want to experience. I tell myself I'm fabulous. I'm great. I'm handsome. I'm rich. I'm wealthy. I am grateful. I'm joyful. I'm peaceful. I'm at flow. Everything that I want happens to me on autopilot. The things that I want comes easily and effortlessly to me. Yeah. And it's not because I'm different than you. That's just what I repeat over and over again. Even in my mind, there's something that's called your internal monologue. And that's just the stuff that happens in your mind when you're not thinking. It's like when you're not thinking about what you're thinking about. They call this like the default mode network. We're not going to go into that, but it's just like those thoughts that just run in your mind. Well, the thoughts that run in my mind are peaceful and wealthy and successful and happy and grateful and excited type thoughts. It just happens automatically for me. That's why I always tend to be in a great mood all the time. Okay? Hello? Did you get value here, folks? Did you get value? Coming to work value. Follow me. Okay? I'm enjoying the script. Today I'm able to get up and clean my bathroom from after my knee surgery. Now, awesome, Sandra. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, Sandra. You're doing such phenomenal things. She had surgery on her knee, and now she was able to kneel and clean her bathroom. That's awesome. See, some of you might think about it. This is what I teach people in my community. Some of you don't realize, when you think about achieving goals, and you're like, well, I'm thinking about big goals, right? And Sandra's like, well, I'm grateful that I'm able to kneel to clean my bathroom because I just had knee surgery. And that's big for her. Some of you are so entitled that you forget about all the things that you should be grateful for, that before that wasn't even happening. You were praying for this and begging for this and working for it, and then you got it. You forgot about it, and now you feel entitled. And this amazing woman has surgery, and she's grateful that she can kneel, and that's a blessing. And just because she's grateful for that allows her to attract more things that she will soon to be grateful for as well. Some of you you got it mixed up. You think that waking up in the morning is something that, that's always going to happen, whatever. You think that being able to use your phone like you're using your phone, you think it's just a normal thing. You don't think about it. It's a blessing to have access to information, to be able to text your parents, text your kids, DM, go on whatever you do. Like you don't even think about it. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Okay? That you could talk to people that you love. And like you don't think about that. So if you don't think about that, then you begin to feel almost entitled. Like, well, that's nothing, but I'm not getting this. Some of you may have a Honda Accord, but I want a Mercedes. Some of you may have 1,000 square foot apartment, but you say, but it's not a penthouse. Some of you may have a house, but it's not a mansion. Well, I got a good husband, but he ain't rich. Folks, listen, there's always an opportunity to feel sad and upset. Women, they do this all the time. They'll look at themselves. Well, yeah, my hair is good, but my makeup is shit. My makeup is good, but my hair is shit. Well, I work out, but I'm fat here. Listen, people, we have the tendency to always see what's not going well. Isn't that amazing? Men and women in our lives. Well, everything's going well, but this part. But I'm like, two months ago, you really wanted that to happen, and it did. And now you found another reason to be unhappy again? When does it stop? When do you not stop finding why things are not working out and why there's a reason for you to be unhappy? Why can't you just like, yeah, I'm blessed. I'm grateful. Where I am, man, everything's great. And more things are coming. That's what I'm teaching all of you. Stop finding a reason to be unhappy about your life. Finding a reason. That sounds ridiculous, right? Just finding a reason to be happy. You know, women that get all this surgery to themselves. Well, yeah, I got a BBL, but I need a chin now. Well, I need my nose fixed now. Well, I need Botox now. Well, look at this skin here. Skin on my left toe under my fingernail. What? Finding reasons to be unhappy. Just stop. Okay? Because you don't have to. Because let me tell you something. You will never find, if that's your way to find happiness, though, to find contentment, you're never going to find it. Okay? You're going to be like a blind mouse in a maze. You'll never find the end. Ever. Okay? Just be excited, be happy, be grateful right now. Practice that. If you need to meditate, you need to purchase my program and get in the script and start listening to the script so you can delete your negative thoughts. Do it, folks. Okay? Because it's all about the mind. The reason why I created the delete script is and it's very simple, folks. It's like, I'm not a doctor. Well, only in Four Seasons I am. In Milan, I'm Dr. Virgin, by the way. Whenever I leave the States, I'm Dr. Virgin. When I'm back in Houston, Texas, I'm regular Wesley $1 billion Virgin. But check it out, folks. I mean, I forgot. Man, I forgot what I was going to say. See you laughing over here because you know I'm Dr. Virgin. Right, babe? Babe, am I Dr. Virgin? Yeah. Yeah. So, I forgot my thought, folks. But, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. That's why I was saying, like, the script, the delete script, it's nothing magical to it, honestly. What it does is it forces your mind to think about gratitude. Because that's what I'm doing in the script. It forces your mind to be grateful. So if you repeatedly continue to hear that, how grateful you are, and how successful and how healthy and how grateful you are to be alive, how grateful that you're hitting all your goals, it just becomes familiar. There's no magic to it. I've had people listen to the script over 2,000 times, over and over. And it's very powerful. But see, most people don't understand it. But I do. Because I understand that whatever you repeatedly hear and whatever you repeatedly experience is who you become. Then all of a sudden you become a grateful person. And grateful people tend to get what they want. Because they're always grateful. You get it? They always like, oh, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. Oh, I'm grateful for this. I'm so grateful for this. And this is coming too. I'm grateful for that. I'm just so grateful. And grateful people tend to attract the life that they want faster than people who are ungrateful. Are you with me? That's why the script works, folks. Okay? Repetition is the mother of skill. Can we see what a 5,000 hotel look like? Yeah, be magic. Oh my God. Be magic. Want to see what the hotel look like, man? It's messy. Huh? I'm just going to show the window. Folks, my woman, she doesn't want you to see the room. It's not even that messy, honestly, but, you know, yeah. Good morning. Oh, damn. They really can hear me better. So look at that, folks. This is Milan, by the way. This is where you should be. Come on, folks. What are we doing? What you doing with your life? Come on. Come on. It's lonely at the top. Are you going to the Dumo? Yeah, we went yesterday. I walked 20 miles. I've been walking like crazy. Go get the script, folks. Go to my bio. Go to Wesley Million Dollar Virgin. Go get the script. To begin to delete the negative crap that's in your mind. You got to delete the crap first, folks. Okay? You got to delete that crap. This is in Milan. It's gorgeous. Oh my God. It's beautiful. I'm so grateful. I know it looks good. Who's the yard man? Man, who's the yard man? Who is the gardener here in Milan? Hey guys, much love. This is Wesley Billion Dollar Virgin. I'll talk to you soon. There you go.